guys, and welcome back to me attempting to make a bike. With it, I've had to put mirrors on it, obviously for safety reasons when I'm driving around. I kind of don't like them at all. They kind of remind me of antlers on a reindeer, but I mean, we can change them or whatever. So I'm going to start at the back of the bike today.
Close till I get up, time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's
The next day, I think it was, when I managed to get Dad out to help me do some welding, he was like, "What have you done?" So it turns out, although my idea would have worked in theory, there was a better way to do what I'd actually done. I kind of did it wrong, but not really. It still would have worked, but there was a better way to do it. So what Dad had to end up doing was re-welding what I'd cut back off and then cutting it again. Putting it back on, it was about that much difference that you ended up cutting. Let's go and work on Ruffian's bike. I've got my new lamp, my headlamp, from the picture that I drew, the concept bike that I drew. I wanted a single beam light, which is what I've got, and I'm going to do a little hood on it. I have noticed though that this headlamp doesn't have any kind of, how do you call it, any kind of like things to hold it in place. Like there's no screw holes, there's no anything, there's just this little black rubber case. This is for the wires to pass through, and then there's this kind of clip thing, but it's really, really flimsy. So whatever I do make, I have to take that into account. Whoa! I almost dropped it! Oh my days. That would have been fun. Okay, so after that I called it a night, or a day, or whatever you want to say. And yeah, I've kind of realised after thinking about it when I'd gone in and rethinking about it, I ain't got time for that. So what I'm going to do instead is I need to find a new lamp, because it's just a bit too hard. I mean, it literally took me hours to come up with that cardboard prototype, and that was the easy bit. Like, cardboard's really easy to cut, it's relatively easy to bend. I'm thinking that in metal it's going to be a bit too difficult. We'll find a use for it somewhere else. And instead, I'm going to go and loop through the man cave. My dad's not in, so I'm going to go and see if he's got a headlamp in there, because I'm pretty sure he does. And I think it might already have a case on it. Okay! Yeah, okay. So I made it back from the man cave, and I found this one. And it's practically the same. It has the same kind of, like this one has the outer ring of LEDs, this one also has it around the outside, so that's pretty good. It has a case, as you can see, all the way around. I think I probably will be able to now come up with a much simpler solution before I use this. No, it's not. I'm going to ask before I use this, and I'm just going to take it. It'd be a bit weird if I have to talk in that my light, yeah. So I'm going to ask if I can use this one. So I'm going to go and do that now, even though technically I haven't asked permission yet. It's just then, it's a bit more of a bargain. Be like, look, it fits and it's perfect, isn't it great? Then you'll be like, yeah. You're more inclined to give it to me. So I'm going to go do that now. On the bike it looks pretty cool as well. I am still happy with it. I'm kind of buzzing I did that. I'm really glad that I didn't go for the really, really fabricated and amazing idea that I had first hand. And so that cardboard plan thing was just a waste of time in hindsight, but that's okay.